Hey, Stone Cousins, you already know what time it is. Animated horror stories. Animated horror stories. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on a call line for something, but it says it's gonna be like over an hour, but I just have to leave it on. You already know what time it is. Where are we at? Mr. Creepy's house. What we watching? Three unsettling Twitter slash office scary horror stories. What do you say? You gonna hate to see this shit happen. Mm, mm, mm. Let's get on into it, y'all. Y'all know how Mr. Creepy do. It be creepy over here. We enjoy it over here. So let's jump into it. Please go grab a blunt, grab a bag of chips, grab a bottle of water, and grab a blanket, of course, so you can be snug. We're gonna go back to the beginning of the video. I think I pushed the wrong button. It says disclaimer: the following stories are inspired loosely based on true events. All fictional characters, true events. All characters and events taking place in this video are fictional. All fictional. In reality, no one was hurt mentally or physically. If you are a wee lad, a child, get your ass up out this video. That's what it says in that little dark part that you can't see. It says if you ain't grown, don't be up in here. And let's get up into it, guys.
Will, are you okay? I panicked when watching him stabbing the picture. I have to kill him! Ah! He suddenly jumped up and lunged at me. I didn't know what to do to calm him down. I pushed him away and ran out of the office. Since the new CEO took over the office, everything at Twitter seemed to be turned upside down. The new boss had a lot of unreasonable requests. The workload forced us to stay overtime to keep up with the deadlines. I also heard that he would fire thousands of employees. After a while of working under pressure, I felt so exhausted. But I couldn't quit right now. I didn't want to lose this job. Piece of trash! Evans was pissed off as he read my printed code report. So many bugs. This statement is wrong. The software doesn't work. How could you, a programmer, how dare you give me this trash, dumbass? If you can't do it, then quit your job and get out of my way. He vented his anger, but I was too tired to fight back. So I just walked out of the room. Then Will entered his office right after me, and Will was scolded even worse. When he stepped out, I saw his face flush with anger. He stayed there and didn't say a word. I worked overtime to finish the work. Around 2 a.m., I woke up from a 15-minute nap. So tired, I went to the bathroom to wash my face. While returning to my seat, I heard someone muttering, "I will kill you." But it was just me in the office. I looked around in panic and discovered a figure sitting at the end of the room. Jesus! Will? I almost screamed out. But he didn't care about my presence. He was pulling his hair while staring at the screen. Holding the pen firmly in his hand, he was stabbing something on the table. When I looked closely, I realized it was a photo of Evans slashed to pieces. Will, are you okay? I panicked when watching him stabbing the picture. I have to kill him! Ah! He suddenly jumped up and lunged at me.
Word.
I didn't know what to do to calm him down.
Hit him.
I pushed him away and ran out of the office. I will kill that bastard! When I calmed down and went back to packing my things up, I couldn't find him anywhere. Will? Will? I called his name, but the office was empty. The next morning, I went to work, still nervous about what had happened the day before. I wondered if he felt better. Will didn't want to go to work that day, and no one could contact him. Did something bad happen to him? I was worried. I shouldn't have left him in the office yesterday. Evans was very angry about Will's absence because he was supposed to submit a new planning document this morning. That rascal. Let's see how I will ruin you. You! Finish these tasks! Evans put the files on my desk and went back into his room. He asked me to complete the work that Will took 3 days to do. This was too much for me. I was disgruntled but wasn't brave enough to talk back. Evans was inhuman and he could fire me at any time. I was flustered with the massive workload when Will staggered into the room.
Yep.
He looked exhausted. His eyes were dull and his clothes were ragged. He looked exactly the same as the Walking Dead. Will, thank God you're here. I ran towards him, but he didn't pay any attention to me.
You just don't want to do his
Will?
work.
Are you okay?
No,
He
he's
just
about
went
go
straight to
bar.
Evans's room. Someone's scream resounded in the air. Evans rushed out of the door with one hand over his eye. He looked extremely terrified. That bastard is out of his mind! He kept screaming, causing everyone to panic and run away. Will came out of Evans' office. His eyes were bloodshot with anger. His hand was holding a pencil covered with blood.
Stabbed him in the eye with a pencil.
Where is he?
Southside.
He growled and looked around the office. Evans was right next to me. When Will rushed over, he immediately hid behind me. I caught his hand when the pencil was only inches from my face. Will! I called out his name, but he totally lost his temper.
Cover up for me, Jack! You freaking moron!
He shouted, but Jack wasn't my name. This bastard not only abused us, but he didn't even care enough to know our names.
Oh, hell
Because
no.
he treated us like robots, not humans. My name is not
Guys.
Jack! I shouted. While I was distracted, Will rushed towards Evans.
No! 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 Go to hell! Go to hell!
He did that to himself.
When I realized what was happening, I quickly stopped Will. Keep it together, man! Will! Will was no longer screaming, but now he kept crying and laughing like a psycho. After that, the police took Will and me away while Evans was taken to the emergency room.
Still
The
alive?
Twitter office returned to a quiet place. I didn't know what was going to happen next, but at least I wouldn't have to print out my code for review anymore.
Shut up. Just stress.
Since that happened,
On another hand, though, y'all don't. And I always want to fight back when I want to say something important. Don't let these jobs overstress you. Don't let them work you and abuse you. They are not. You see how that man don't know his name? Like, they don't care about you like that for real. That man tried to pit him in front of him to shield his life. He don't care about him. Come on now. You can work to make your money and go home. Don't let them slave you.
I don't want to go on Twitter anymore because every time I do, the haunting memories come flooding back. That incident occurred about 2 weeks ago. I was following a makeup artist on Twitter, @DeadlyPrincess, and every horror cosplaying picture she posted impressed me. I would describe her artwork with only one word: unique. Her makeup sketches that imitated a significant wound or an empty eye socket were very realistic. Especially when disguised as a zombie, the gouges, peeling skin, and sores on the face were all magnificent, tortured, and beautiful. Sometimes I got goosebumps when I watched them.
Jesus! Look at these scars! They look so real!
But I'd never seen her face. I was a true fanatic of hers and never missed a post. I often commented on her posts with the hope that one day she could teach me how to do such fine art on my face. She once wrote some tweets about organizing a live makeup tutorial for only 10 lucky people.
Okay.
I wrote my favorite number in the comment section, hoping that I would be chosen. The next morning, there was an email confirming that I was the lucky one to join her live stream. I was so excited.
Oh my God! The best day of my life!
I exclaimed.
Don't be disrespectful
The
to
live
her
stream
face.
took place at night, but I was too excited to wait until then. I nervously clicked the link and entered the password. In front of my eyes was the live stream screen with the words, "Deadly Princess live stream is about to start." Yeah, so I just sat there staring at the screen, couldn't stop smiling, and waited for my idol's face to emerge on it. "Hello!" I was startled by a man's voice.
Deadly Princess? Is a dude?
I was a bit surprised, but I didn't care much. Whether it was a he or she, their art was good, which was all that mattered. "Welcome to my live stream." A bald man appeared in front of the screen with a wide grin. He looked completely different from what I had imagined. He didn't look like any artist, more like a criminal, and nothing near the name of Deadly Princess. And the background looked familiar, but I couldn't figure it out. "Are you ready to learn how to create great works?" He started the class. I nodded vigorously.
Yes, of course.
"All right, let's get started."
Is everybody
He stood
there?
up and
Is
left,
it the right time?
and 1 minute
Like,
later
I
he
have a lot
got
of
back in front of
questions.
the screen, carrying a girl in his arms. "This is our model for the day." The man put the girl down on the seat next to him. The girl looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so pale, her body stiff like a mannequin. It took a while for him to position her properly on the chair. I started to feel so wrong. A sleeping girl and a man in a deserted house?
Girl,
But they
dead.
said there were 10 other people watching the live stream, weren't there? I glanced at the number of people in the live room.
What? Is it just me?
I exclaimed, and a chill ran down my spine.
Leave.
The man pressed his face to the camera and said, "That's right. Hello, Bella."
Oh, no.
Seriously? He could see me? Something popped out in my mind. My heart started to beat faster. I took a closer look at the screen to realize that the girl wasn't breathing. She looked like a dead person.
Dead.
I suddenly felt so dizzy as if someone had hit me on the head. The man approached the girl with a sharp knife. "This is how to make beautiful wounds." He traced the knife across her skin. I was panicked. I tried to turn it off, but it didn't work. He hacked my computer. I looked around and hurriedly took my phone out and dialed 911. "I'd rather you don't do that, dear. If you call, the next model sitting here will be you." But if I didn't,
So you want me to watch?
there would be more girls murdered that way. Without hesitation, I closed my laptop and dialed. I quickly locked the door of my room and curled up on my bed, crying and shaking. At this moment, I suddenly remembered the room he was in was my garage. About a few minutes later, I began to hear footsteps approaching my door. I cried and cried, but I had to cover my mouth so I wouldn't make a peep. The footsteps got closer, closer, and stopped. The killer frantically switched my doorknob. "Open the door, fella! Open the door!" He raised his voice and poked at the door with a knife. Yes, he could burst in at any moment.
You already
I was
called
so
the
scared
cops?
that I cried loudly and mumbled non-stop.
Go away! Please go away!
When I
hear 'em
seemed to
coming.
have given up, I heard the
I hear
police
'em
sirens
coming.
from afar. I was like wide awake from the nightmare.
The police! The police have arrived!
Girl.
He stopped, and I could hear his footsteps running out of my house.
Oh my god.
The police then took me to the station to keep me safe and take statements. They investigated through his live stream link. Deadly Princess wasn't him, but the one sitting on the chair. He murdered her and brought her to my house to do his perverted live stream.
Oh, that's sick.
I have now moved in with my parents and have given up Twitter since then.
It's
Have
more?
you ever
He's about to find you.
experienced that kind of Twitter incident like me? Be
No.
careful, my friends. Be careful.
Have we ever? No, we have not. Discord?
Worst
Just got
piano
Discord.
performance ever. Can anyone identify this guy's talent? This video wasted 4 minutes of my life.
Oh, you're a troll.
I commented on this awful video of a man playing the piano. As a streamer specializing in reacting to music-related videos, I always give candid comments. Maybe that was why so many people hated me and even threatened to kill me. But I wasn't
why.
afraid, because I had a lot of fans who always supported me. I had a group
So
chat
they
on
about to
Discord
help
to
you?
communicate with my fans. One day, user Devil David, one of my top fans, challenged me to do a live stream in the Epperson building, which was rumored to be haunted. My reward would be $20,000 if I completed the mission. The other group members also responded enthusiastically to this challenge. So yeah,
So,
I had no reason to refuse it.
I definitely would. Hell no.
Phew. I finally arrived. Right in front of me was the Epperson building. It was very large and old, and, like most people said on the internet, it looked so gloomy. Hello, everyone. I'm in front of the building, finally. Now I'm going inside. Anyways, I don't believe ghosts can play the piano, as claimed in those silly articles. Pushing open the large door to enter the house, I smelled an unpleasant, musty smell. Inside was a very large space,
I didn't know
an
funny.
old rotten piece.
I find it so funny that they use the word musty to for mildew, because that's probably the smell that they're smelling, like mildew, or like when it all I can think of is mildew, when the smell of wet just lingers, you know? It's so funny that I have only used the term musty in relating to a person's body odor, not the actual stench, you know? Like, I've never just put it on like other objects. They be calling houses musty, and it's so funny to me.
Opened the large door to enter the house. I smelled an unpleasant, musty smell. Inside was a very large space. An old, rotten piano was placed in the middle of the room. This is the living room, and hell yeah, the haunted piano.
You gonna touch it?
Every night, the dead student spirit sits here and plays melodies. Right here. Woo!
Who asked you to do
My
this?
hands glided over the keys. The sound of discordant notes resounded in the air. Ignoring the living room area, I started to move
Like,
upstairs.
who asked you to
It
do
was
this?
old and dusty everywhere. just like downstairs. A chill went down my spine when I heard the piano resound. The sound of footsteps startled me. I turned and looked around to find no one but myself in here. No, it can't be real. The rumor is absolutely fake. I kept denying fans' comments on Discord. When I turned away from the phone, I was frightened by a bunch of hair sticking out of a hole in the wall. Holy crap! I crept closer, pulling the hair out of the hole. Damn! It's just a wig! I held the wig up in front of my camera phone. The main door suddenly closed by itself. I panicked a bit, but managed to calm myself down and tell everyone watching my live stream on Discord.
Tell
it
them
could
what?
be the wind. You guys don't scare me. I entered a random room where there was a lot of old and broken furniture. Is this that dead student's bedroom? Look at this. All right, everyone calm down and I will do all of your requests.
Like, heavy on be careful and don't touch anything.
What the hell is that? I was startled. I
Why
didn't
you up
mishear
in his
it
house?
because my fans heard it too. Everyone, please calm down. I'm gonna go check.
Wow.
I started to panic but decided to go outside to see for myself what was going on.
Like, why
But when
wouldn't
I had
you?
just walked a few steps, the music stopped. The piano was still lying there alone. That's enough. I shouldn't have taken the challenge to break into this goddamned building. I
That's your
didn't
own
need
fault,
$20,000
boy.
anymore. Okay, I admit defeat. It's time to get out of here. But not until I got to the door did I realize it was locked from the outside. No matter how
shit.
hard I tried, the doorknob didn't turn a bit. I froze when the screen popped up with the comments. I immediately turned around. But before I could see the face of the person behind me, I was knocked unconscious.
Oh, wow. So he wasn't even...
When I woke up, I found myself hung outside.
You know what's crazy? I was really like, you're about to go somewhere that someone told you to go. Like they, like there's definitely a possibility of someone being there to set your ass up. But hey, I was like, nah, because, no one would do that. But obviously
When
they
I
did.
woke up, I found myself hung outside the window. Looking inside, I saw the old piano.
Stop struggling. Useless.
I panicked even more when I saw a familiar face. David? He was the lousy pianist
David.
whose awful videos I commented on not too
Oh,
long ago.
wow. You see? And he's trying to kill you.
You ruined my life.
And you just
You
went
know how
somewhere.
depressed I am with your stupid comments.
David started
Why are
going
you even
crazy.
listening to
The
him,
guy
David?
standing by the
What?
window scolded me, seemingly venting his frustrations. His face turned red and his teeth gnashed. I was so scared that tears filled my eyes. I could only struggle in vain.
That's enough! You have to pay for what you've done.
After he finished the sentence, he walked over to the piano. Please, forgive me.
Shut up
I
and listen
begged,
to
but
him
he
play.
refused to listen to me. When he finished playing the song, he went to the window.
Ellie, last words.
I was wrong about you. I'm so sorry.
Tell me nothing now.
Please let me go.
It's too late now.
He smirked.
Is he dead?
When I woke up, I found myself lying in the recovery room with police protection. It turned out that the moment when the madman appeared right behind my back, a fan realized that something wasn't right, so she called the police to rescue me. The man was arrested shortly after. I had no idea what happened to him. By the way, I didn't want to know at all.
You lucky duck, because you were this close to dying. Oh, I enjoyed this one, y'all. I love doing everybody has social media. Discord. Now that was different because not everybody have Discord. Like I said, I just got on Discord. And I still don't know how to use it for real. So I don't know if I'm using it right at all. But let me know what you think about these ones. Which one was your favorite? I'll say the Discord one. I'm so sorry. The Discord one and that creepy one. Cause why? How didn't you know that that's your basement in the beginning? Bitch said, "Oh my god, that looks familiar. It's your basement." How did you not know that? You can't do nothing outside my house and me not immediately be like, "Oh shit, are they outside my house?" Mm-mm. And how he hacked her? He hacked her because they sent her that email. You know, like I be having some questions for after these. Like I wish that they had like animated horror stories after the fact, just answering some questions because I would watch those too. Because what happened for real? But let me know what you think about these ones in the comments. Which one was your favorite? And until next time, you guys, bye.